Hi, my name is Walter van den Houten. I'm 32 years old, senior software engineer at Tecaris, and I enjoy long walks on the beach.
Hi, my name is Konrad Pfeffer. I'm one of the founders of Tecaris and currently one of the CEOs. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm a software developer and software architect.
I am Mohammed Ahmed. I am working with Tecaris, working on project for reinsurance products.
Hi, I'm Manu. I'm a software engineer in Tecaris since 3 years now. And I'm a lot focused on Azure development, web application development, and all our development process is going through Git repositories, and therefore we are working with pull requests.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a senior software engineer at Tecaris.
Is reviewing a pull request a job for a senior only?
There has to be always one senior in this decision, and but you always have to be there have to be more people. So if there's one senior, it's enough, I think.
Not only, and it can actually be quite beneficial for a junior developer because you see a lot of things you should do or you should not do, depends on the pull request in the application, I guess. But when I started to work, basically I started on a maintenance topic, so I was only doing maintenance on a VB.NET application. And it helps a lot to see code from other people and to analyze this code, try to understand and to improve what they did. And the pull requests are really perfect for that. So I guess that's a good tool as well for junior developers to improve themselves.
No, it's a team job. Everybody should be able to do this and have to do this.
Not necessarily. I think that everyone can benefit from reviewing pull requests.
Nope. I think that juniors can sometimes also learn from seniors by doing pull requests. Of course, they are more inclined to then just say like, oh, this looks great and whatever you do is gold. But it still is worthwhile that they read it. And ideally, like in those kind of scenarios, you could at least say that some senior needs to approve it as well, or something along those lines. I'm sure there could be rules that work for the projects individually.
No, it's maybe a senior can give comments, but also the junior, for example, can learn from the pull requests. If they can look at the pull request, which also the senior is taking care of, they can learn from this communication, learn from the comments, get a hint or two, and use them in the future in their own pull requests.
Can you deny a pull request due to code that hasn't been modified in this pull request?
No, this is something also needs to be discussed with the pull request initiator. And if there's something you don't understand, you communicate with a developer who came up with this pull request and try to understand how it's implemented this way. Maybe he has a point. Yeah.
You should decide of if you want to accept a pull request just because of the code which was edited.
Sometimes you bring in changes you don't want to have there. It was a good meaning, you say, oh, maybe it can be done better, but sometimes you introduce more other stuff, side effects, something like this. It is obvious, okay, but should be not the rule.
So in the project, we noticed a couple of times that some people have the tendency to do this. I think if it's not done if it's not done in excess, I think it could be okay. Like it could be suggestions. Oh, while you were in this file, maybe you also want to change these method names, or maybe you also want to change this just because you're there. If it becomes at some point too much for the pull request, if it stops being about what the pull request is about, if it just starts to be like nitpicking, then I think that it's not appropriate anymore.
I wouldn't do that. I think that hinders your productivity.
It's not the goal of the pull request, in my opinion. It should be then handled in another pull request, or handled as a bug fix or as a new feature. A pull request should be, what should be a pull request? Basically, it should be centered either on, focused either on the functionality, or either on the bug fixing, or either on improvements. But you cannot expect someone to take the benefit of having an open pull request and saying, oh, by the way, in the same time, I'm going to fix this bug.
How much time between submitting and reviewing a pull request is okay?
It really depends on a project. I mean, in a small team of 2-3 people, usually all the pull requests are resolved during a couple of hours, or worst case, during the day. If you take a look at bigger projects like, I don't know, the .NET Foundations projects or the .NET Core framework, they have thousands of pull requests open currently. Of course, they cannot close everything during the day. So it's really a matter of projects.
I say within a week. Yeah.
As much as is needed. So should be done in a reasonable time frame, because the pull request owner started other things, or maybe some dependencies exist between my pull request and or the pull request and other stuff. It should be a very short time frame.
The time to review and to accept should be as less as possible. You have to be fast with it, because the code can be changed already again, and yeah.
Difficult question. I think it should be as soon as possible. So normally I would appreciate when a pull request is approved or rejected at latest the next day.
That's a good question. I would say ideally a couple of days max.
How many pull requests are too many?
I would say if we are going beyond 3 pull requests, then that's too many. Of course, I'm talking about with the same person.
In the end, 1, because it's stopped doing me the right thing. That's the point. Sometimes there's a good reason for it to have open pull requests, but it should have a good reason. But in the end, 1 can be too much.
It depends on the team size, but again, you should be fast with acceptance of a pull request, and if you're fast there, you have less opening.
I can't tell. It's hard to say, to tell a number here.
It depends on the size of the project, and depends on the size of the team. But in general, I think on average, I could say 1 per developer, maybe 2 per developer on certain cases where your pull requests are rather small. Like if it's only a bug fix and another bug fix and another bug fix, then it could very well be that 1 person has multiple pull requests open. If it's a feature thing, then I would suggest that 1 pull request is open, and in the meantime they're working on something else. So, and in the time of the pull request being open, or at least in the time of working on a new feature, the first pull request should already be reviewed and hopefully closed.
Still depends on how wide the project is. I mean, on a small project like the one I'm working on, it's if we have 3-4 pull requests which are open, that's too much already. We know that we're gonna lose the pace if we don't take a look at those pull requests. If you take a look at bigger projects, they have thousands, like I told on the .NET Core framework, they have thousands of pull requests open. Yeah, obviously that's too much because you lose track of what is open, I guess. But I guess their organization team makes it a little bit easier for them. It's all a matter of a project in the end.